Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode.
Hey guys, it's Amanda here.
And y'all, we just chilling today really. We don't have anything specific to talk about. I guess life updates, even though much hasn't really happened. But just where we are mentally, physically, spiritually, where we're at in this moment from the past 2 months, everything.
Hmm. Honestly, it's just been so much with school, organizations, personal life. It's been a lot. And I feel like if there's no balance between all of that, then you are literally going to crash. I know with my nursing school, these next 2 weeks? Yep. These next 2 weeks I have like 6 exams that I have to prepare for. And not saying like, oh, that's so absurd, like it's not regular. But it is. It's regular to have that many exams to study for and to do on top of that have assignments and everything under the sun.
Mm-hmm.
It's just been a roller coaster and then trying to get everything done, making sure I'm passing everything. Because in nursing school, you have to have a 75 test average and a 75 in the class. So it's kind of different than what other majors can go through. They don't really have to worry about their average on exams when we do. Because if you don't have an average with your exams, then you can't move on. Like a 75 average, you can't move on to the next course because you have to pass that course to move on to the next one because again everything it builds on each other. So it's just been something that I'm handling and dealing with. I mean, I'm gonna have to. Nobody ever said nursing school was easy, so I just gotta put in that work. And organizations, I know me and Jay can relate on that, having so many events on the last
Too many, which I don't understand right now. Like, exam week is literally next week, and we're doing a whole week of events, guys.
Come on.
I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna be there. I gotta lock in for real.
Like they not sitting here taking out the exams for us. They gonna be like, oh,
I guess they're trying to make it like a relaxation thing, but
it's not.
For the person I am, I don't have. When I gotta get stuff done, having time to relax is not an option. It's not an option at that time. Afterwards, yeah, of course. But like in the midst of that all, I feel guilty for having relaxation time. I don't know if that's just me. I mean, you related. Some people may need that time, which is
with
good.
The orgs, no. By myself, yes. To take a break from studying and stuff like that. But like actually, most of the stuff is on campus, and we live off campus, and so I have this thing. Once I be home, like I just don't want to leave, and most of those events be around like 6 o'clock.
Oh yeah, they be starting late.
Like I just be wanting to stay in my house because even though they're not like the school is not far from where we live, but like
we got a meeting tomorrow. Speaking of which, I think that's at 6 as well.
I know, like
so
I'm gonna be sitting here studying.
Yeah, I'm definitely. Y'all, I'm not gonna hold y'all. I did not go to sleep. I have not went to sleep
because you're on that Celsius
today. I need to go get some more of those because it was work for me. But I've been studying and trying to get it together. I can't. I feel guilty for sleeping. Like I don't need going to sleep. But like Amanda said, it has been hectic. I ain't started feeling it until like last week. No, well, yeah, when we got back from Thanksgiving. That was last week. When we got back from Thanksgiving, of course, if you in college, you know that right after break is dead week. Time to get your stuff done. And most of us, 98% of us is probably stressing. No, probably not. Y'all business majors got it easy somehow.
Apparently, they have it hard. SBI majors are not easy at all. Depending, I don't know if it's just him that don't really care that much, but other SBI majors.
Well, SBI majors that are represented, people who represent SBI that we know, they got it so easy.
Apparently,
it's so easy. But STEM majors, nursing majors, math, that's STEM majors. But the harder majors, we getting our butts kicked. But it's okay. It's everybody gonna come out and get their degree at the end of the day. So I'm not knocking nobody. Don't get your feelings in it. I'm not knocking nobody if you a SBI major or like, something else. But yeah, I don't know. I'm really just, I'm doing what I can and I'm giving the rest to God, if I'm being honest. Because me trying to figure out if I'm going to pass these tests, if I'm going to even get through the week, I'm stressing myself out. So I'm trying to take it day by day, study what I can study, absorb what I can absorb, and just let it be. I would not let them grades and them teachers stress me out for a piece of paper that holds so much weight because of the name on it.
Ew. I think that's my thing too. And one of the other things that I do is just I hold myself to a certain standard. So it's like if I don't really do too well on stuff, like it's
gonna weigh you down.
Weigh me down. Yeah. And I know the type of person I am. My preparedness has to be up to par. Like I have to be like preparation.
There we go.
Preparedness, y'all. Preparedness,
new word.
But I hold myself to a certain standard. So when some things do not go, when I get to my exam and I realize I did not do that well as I thought I could, like, it really breaks me down and it makes me want to do better on my next stuff. But at this point where I'm at right now, it's just like John said, whatever I absorb. Whatever I don't. I just gotta feel like I prepared myself enough to the level that I'm expected to be at for me, not for anybody else.
She be crying about a B. She cries about an 89 in the class.
That is such a lie.
And I am sitting here struggling, trying to bring my 65 up to a B. And it's just, y'all, that triggers me. It triggers me every single time.
Your classes do not weigh heavy on exams. My classes,
they do weigh heavy on exams. Especially we don't have finals. We only have 4 exams.
But you don't even have to worry about your test average. You don't got to worry about that. All you have to worry about is your overall grade. Your overall grade just has to be, a C and above?
If my test average is low, my overall grade will be low as well. I wish my grade was made up of classworks. I would be zooming through these classes.
My grades are not made up. My grade of classwork is like 0.1. They don't make it weigh anything.
So you're telling me you get an 85. You cry about having an 85 in the class, not what you got on the test. Yeah, thank you. Think about it.
Because the test really, whatever grade I get on my test, either 75, 80, all those other stuff, that is what really matters. Anything else, all my classwork.
Exactly, same for me.
They're not worth anything.
No,
mine is literally worth nothing, like 0.1%, like I said. And then they have us doing these discussion posts, and they're not worth nothing. That's not doing no. I'm not doing nothing that I'm not getting reprimanded for.
I just can say I don't know anymore. And I got so long to go. I got a long way ahead of me, and right now I do not know. All I can do is smile. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I had 4 mental breakdowns last week. Everything was just crashing on my head, and I don't know why. It's just studying, life outside of school, my mental state.
I don't know.
It's just so rocky.
Like, people just be going out in the middle, like homecoming week. They get back to that, going out on a Wednesday night.
Absolutely not. You will not see me out.
I don't know how y'all do it. Like, I really don't. Like, I don't even like going out like that for real. And then when I do go out, I just be disappointed because of the thing.
It's the same thing every single time. People just standing around dancing.
It's just who you with.
I just get bored. Even when I'm with y'all, I be bored.
It's who you with.
I like to be more interactive. Like, I don't know, standing around vibing to music, that's cool for a little bit. But after, I want to go play laser tag or something. I don't like just regular parties. But okay, so like the stand-up parties. If we was had a lounge situation, I could do that.
Oh, you did.
I love a good lounge. But yeah, I've been trying to shift my mindset, especially right now. Shift it and make it more positive. New beginnings at the end of the year. So that's what I'm trying to do. Start healthy habits. Don't make, I'm going to do it January 1st like the whole world about to do in 5 weeks. oh, new year, new me. It's gonna be the same thing. No, baby, you should have been working on that since March of 2023.
You gotta stop.
So,
but that's really is true. Every time the new year start rolling around or it's close to
everybody
want to do new vision boards.
In the gym for 2 weeks, and then fell off. Let's try again next year. I'm just like, wow, it's crazy.
But that's really how it be though. Like a lot of people I don't be getting that at all. New year, new me. What is new about you?
New year, same me.
What is going to be different? And then if you're going to do something different, implement something different in your life, stick to it. If you didn't stick to it for that whole new year, then you didn't do anything.
I would say, like, people who think like that, new year, new me, don't shoot for the whole year you're changing. Give yourself small goals. Okay, let me hit 1 month in the gym. 2 weeks of eating good. Like, short-term goals equal up to long-term goals. So, that's how I've been thinking about it. I'm not gonna hold y'all. We've been falling off. Working out, eating good, not spending money on outside food. But somehow we...
Since Thanksgiving, we haven't really... What did we eat
Since
out?
Thanksgiving, Amanda. That was, what, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Versus... Since school started, how we supposed to... Because I think the first week... No, you said 2 months ago. We worked out last. I really don't remember that, but we did.
It was 2 months
and then we fell off again. Because we
just have
we been getting caught up. Yeah.
Our schedules are so off, and I really think next year is going to be even more off. Yeah. If I'm being honest. So I don't know. I think we're going to have to work out by ourselves, really.
At this point. But I'm okay with a little at-home workout. I'll go to the gym sometimes. I probably do like 3 times out the week at home, 2 times at the gym. Because I don't really like working out at the gym. Especially with like, I don't have a set routine.
I don't know. I like lifting.
Yeah, I like lifting. That's why I would do 2 weights. 2 days out the gym to go lift.
That would be my thing. Especially, okay, my new thing, the workout's going to start on Monday.
Oh, so they're going to start on Monday now? I mean, it was kind of crazy we tried to start a workout on Friday.
On Friday.
Yeah.
So, the workout is going to start on Monday. Hold myself accountable to that. I still want to do 3 days. I think I can't do 5 right now. Until after I finish class.
You can start 5 during break.
Yeah, that's what I said. After I finish. And the last day is the 14th for me. That Thursday? I think that's a Thursday.
But you always have 30 minutes in your room. Like, you don't have to be in the gym every day.
I know,
so your 5 days, you could be 2 days out of 3 at home workouts.
I wasn't gonna not work out those days. My weekends were my off days, but 3 days I want to be in the gym, and then if those 2 days I have to be at home doing something. I mean, I do push up once. Like I was doing push ups when we weren't really going to the gym like that. So I just been doing that little stuff like that or crunches.
Mm-hmm.
I would just do that in my room. Do about 3 reps of them, and then call it a day. It's at least something.
At least it's something you getting your body moving.
But that's my goal. Starting this Monday and continuing, especially when we go home back to Tampa. That's another thing I want to do. I actually want to start running.
I bring my yoga mat.
Running
yes, I can run around the complex.
I can do that. I sure can.
I was never a huge fan of running. I'll do HIIT workouts every day instead of run.
But that's still cardio though.
It's still cardio, exactly. It's doing the same thing. But like running gets boring to me. I can't.
Know. I be in the zone when I run. Running is like therapeutic for me. I feel like my mind, my body, like you're working out everything. Your legs are pumping, your arms are pumping, your everything is clenching, literally. So it's like, I don't know. I feel
full body workout, run a mile, call it a day.
Oh no, honey, run them out, and then you still gotta do some reps.
You say you work out everything.
That is true though. You work out literally everything.
Some people just run them out and then stretch. Run a couple miles, stretch, and then be done. But they do it often. I like to
implement that often. Here, running. I would love to run. Find me a trail, a good trail. I'm probably gonna do that while I'm still here.
That's what we're supposed to do. Go find trails.
I found trails. I think I did. I hearted them and it just never left my phone. never left my phone. I forgot about them, honestly. I seen them on TikTok.
It's okay. After all this, we'll figure it out.
I just, my bad. But yeah, y'all, school has been a lot. Lots been going on. Oh Lord. And then I feel like yesterday, what happened yesterday? It was a little party here at our apartment complex. So we went out. Well, no, I went out. And it was the same old. I got in through the door. They was charging people out the butt to get in. Well, guys. Because girls were free all night. And then guys had to pay. I think it went from $5, y'all, to $70. I said, that was a big jump. From $5.
That is
to $70?
a $65 difference.
Like,
that's crazy.
How we do that?
$70 for a house party?
It was two doors next to each other. So you can go in one apartment, chill, hang out, whatnot. And then you could go over to another one, like, because they were side by side. It was on the 3rd floor. And go into that one. And that was a little bit more chill. But it was hot. People were smoking.
I said it was both. It was really chill. It wasn't like a stand up, everybody standing around situation.
No, that was it.
Oh.
DJ was in the kitchen. Chicken was out there. Everybody said, people were saying the chicken was good, but then some people were saying the chicken was not that good. And then on top of that, it was raining. So it was like, I know, it just gave just nothing. And then the party was moved. How you go from a light?
Wow. A light. What light are you talking about? A flame? Exactly. You're right about that.
How you go from one apartment complex, which is all the way, to somewhere else? Because they had moved it because the cops had shut it down. It was just...
Girl, I was on the phone with Jeremiah.
It was crazy.
And I seen the cops outside my window. I was like, well, they finna get shut down.
Somebody called him.
Jeremiah was like, come out. I was like, I don't even know how he was telling me to come out. And he wasn't there.
He wasn't there?
He wasn't there at the time. So I don't even know. But yeah, y'all, something I'm working on within my heart is forgiving and moving on. That's something I've been working on. It's people around that they're heavy on my heart, and they're really heavy on my heart. And I'm trying to accept that. I'm trying to accept whatever it is that I'm missing so I can finally be at peace.
Oh.
I'm not at peace. I'm getting to where I can find peace. And a part of me just feels like,
No.
Like,
I don't know. I need you to explain some more, honey.
Like, okay, we're not in the same predicament that we were in, but is it worth my mental health to forcefully continue to try to push you away? If that makes sense. Does that make sense now? Kind of?
Forcefully try to push you
like,
away?
When like, you're trying to protect yourself, so you push people away. Not necessarily push them away, but like, they did something and you try to keep your distance.
Okay.
But something is like, it eats you up more. And you just feel more at peace with just accepting what happened and just just like forgetting about the past.
Oh. Well, okay.
And you try to connect again. Does that make sense?
Connect with yourself or connect with the person?
Connect with the person. You never had somebody so heavy on your heart? Like, to where, like, you feel like they need, like, you don't need them, but you deeply want them around. Even if it's not in the same circumstances as before.
No.
No? Oh, well, that's currently what I'm going through, and I'm battling myself with that. to let that person back in or continue to fight myself by trying to dismiss my own feelings and say I'm okay 24/7 when deep down I'm not. Because if I was truly okay, I wouldn't be having random breakdowns about this person. And this situation is the last thing that I need on my plate. On top of school, especially this week, I don't need to I need to just be at peace. And right now, I'm at peace. Do you understand?
I think I do, but whatever situation it may be that you are talking about, I don't think it's morally the person, whatever it was, whatever situation that made y'all disconnect. For me, I feel like in every situation, there's always something. There's always a reason. It's not just, oh, we disconnected just
rekindle our flame and light my fire again. What Rodway said. Oh, come light my fire again. He threw the party of the century, and it was all for you.
I don't know.
You don't know what I mean?
I don't know what Gianna means.
Y'all, do y'all know what I mean by what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know, because I never had, well, I guess you could say I guess you could say it's still on my heart actually currently, which she's talking about. But me, I'm the type of person, it doesn't matter. For me, my schoolwork is more important. I can think about it later.
But how are you able to work if you're constantly battling yourself, though? Okay, with me, I've been dealing with these feelings for so long. I feel like I should be over it by now. And I've been saying, yes, I'm over it. Yes, I'm done. Like, I'm okay sometimes, but I'm not fully okay if the other times I'm breaking down. I'm not fully healed, basically.
Well, you're not going to be healed, Gianna.
Eventually, I will.
Exactly.
So but if I feel more at peace with just accepting, I don't think I fully accept what happened, and I keep questioning what happened instead of accepting what happened. Do you understand now? I'm fully accepting what happened, and I'm taking it in, and I'm taking that power that had over me and putting it somewhere else.
I think, okay, I see where you're going with that. I understand, because I think for me, I gave it to God.
Always.
I give it to God. I pray about it. Yes, I'm still gonna, what she said, I'm in that situation, or it still is in that situation, where it weighs heavy on my heart a lot, and it makes me think, and it makes me question a lot of things, and it makes me miss the person even more than actually just accepting it is what it is. But I'm the type of person who cares a lot about people, and I think I put myself in these situations because it's just a lot that be going on. Like, once I start caring for a person, especially a friend at first, like, it's hard to just discontinue myself, and it's very hard for me to just give up, because I'm not the type of person to just give up and let people go that easy, unless it's like something that you just
detrimental, like, okay,
it's just out of pocket, you know
one
what I'm
and
saying?
done.
But I'm just a very caring person at heart, and when I care about somebody, it's legit. Like, I'm not just sitting here lying to you, don't care about you. Like, I actually sit here and care about a person. And I don't think a lot of people really understand that, especially that person, really. And I feel like they take me as a joke a lot of times. Mm-hmm. Or they don't really take me serious. In my mind, even though I don't really think they do. I think they're being very serious. But I understand. But I just pray about it, honestly. Of course, I'm still going to think about it. Of course, it is. But I'm not going to let a person hinder me from what I need to do in life. My career and God always comes first. My education always comes first. I'm not going to let one person, unless you my mama or daddy. Actually, no, not even them. Unless you God coming down from the heavens, child, you not gonna stop me from what I need to do in life at all. At all. But like John said, accepting, forgiving is something that I need to work on, not just in that situation I'm talking about, but in life in general. And it's very hard to forgive. And I seen something on Instagram that said, like, I think I sent it to you. I think it's just like every time a situation comes up, a bad situation or a situation where you felt like that person hurt you, forgive them. Like, in that moment, forgive them for what they did. Forgive them for whatever you thought about. And I feel like I need to start implementing that every time I think about that person or situations in my life. I just need to forgive them and let go. Because you can't help how people are at all. All you can do is try to better yourself at the end of the day. And so that's really what I'm trying to do. Better Amanda. Because Amanda is not perfect. No one is perfect. And she still got stuff she got to work on. And that's just where I'm at. And that's my story. And I'm sticking
to it. And I'm sticking to it. But yeah, what she said. And I'm working on how I react to things. I'm definitely trying to be more quiet and listen more. I'm definitely trying to change what I say, who I say it to. I'm definitely trying to, I think people see me as more of the playful person that's like not really taken seriously. And I'm not saying I'm going to be serious all the time, but I definitely need to put up that boundary. It was like, you can't say certain things to me. Like, what made you feel the need to say anything to me like that? And so I'm working on that actively. And I reflect off my actions and I see like, okay, you didn't have to do that. You didn't have to say that. You didn't have to respond. Stuff like that I've been noticing about myself. And I think that's just, that journey is me definitely becoming more mature and learning how to correctly handle situations according to the way I deal with things for myself. That may not work for everybody. You may have to pop off all the time. I don't know. But for me, I don't pop off all the time, but I do put my energy into things that I'm like, Gianna, your energy didn't have to go there. And like I'm saying, I'm learning to be more quiet and listen more. Be slow to speak is what I'm working on. Or slow to feel. And really understand what I'm feeling and whatever it is that I'm feeling. Because everything I do not have to absorb and feel. But I'm just a sponge. And I usually take everything in and overthink it. But I'm learning that everything everybody says does not have to enter those walls of getting in my head and causing me to overthink. But yeah.
I can relate. I think for me, I rather just think before I talk when it comes to certain situations. I know it's hard for me personally. It's hard for me to get words out, especially how I feel. And I really like talking about that. But I know on this podcast I talk about feelings and communicating all the time. And so for me to not communicate,
use that in reality
and use it to my own benefit, use my own advice. It's a little bit contradicting and hypocritical.
Is it?
So trying to do that and talk about my feelings with people, especially with how they made me feel, is something that I have to get used to. Usually it really causes me anxiety, and I don't really like talking about it because it really just, it's a very vulnerable thing for me because of how I grew up. I never really got to talk about how I felt a lot. And most of the things that I used to talk about, like how I felt, would be used as back talk. And so, me personally, I just hold everything in. Like, I don't really say what be wrong with me or, like, talk about it. I usually just try to wait until the feeling, like, I get over it, basically. And I just push it back in my mind and just be like, you know what? It just is what it is. What I have to say is really not that important because I just always felt like that. But being with Jayana, I just have
What you
to,
finna say?
even if you would let me talk. But being with her and living with her, it kind of really showed me like how I don't. When something is bothering me, I need to let it be known. I shouldn't just let it sit, because then that other person might feel away because of how I feel and because of the fact that I didn't communicate with them. Then that's going to cause a rift in the friendship, in the situation, with everything, and not just with her, but with other people that I'm around. Like, I have to talk about how I feel with them, especially when they make me feel away. Happy, sad, mad, angry, any of those emotions that I was feeling. But my thing is, I just have to learn how to put it into words. And that's where I'm at. Trying to figure out what I want to say. And I usually write down what I want to say, because when I think about the situation, when I think about what happened, or when I actually realize how I feel, that's when everything comes to my brain, and I just put it all on paper, or I record myself talking about it, or I just talk out loud. I'm a person that just talks to herself. I don't know if everybody do that. I don't think it's weird. Other people might think it's weird, but I talk to myself a lot, like every day. And so I'm working on thinking before I speak and acting on the level of like great communication, if that makes sense. Not holding a lot of things in, because that can really hurt a person, and not saying things like disrespectful things or mean things just because you don't like that person or you don't like the situation. It's just a part of the learning process, I believe, and a lot of people need to take heed to that. And that's all that I wanted to say about that, really.
Okay. That's nice. I hear you. And I feel you. Because sometimes I do the same thing, even though she's more to do it than I am. But I'm more of the one who has to bring up the confrontation.
I don't like it.
So I don't have time to really sit in the confrontation, because I don't like dealing with those feelings. So I'm the one to bring it up and talk about it. So I see what she's saying as well. Sometimes it takes me a couple of days to talk about it, if I'm being honest, because I be just so agitated and all of that. But yeah, I also need to start. I realize I do not talk to my family as much as I need to. The other night, for whatever reason, I was thinking about death.
Oh.
And I was thinking about, what if I died right now? What if my mom, my grandma, my sisters, my father, like, what if something happened to them right now? Jana, you have not talked to them. Like, okay, so I talked to my parents this week multiple times, but like my grandmas and stuff, she's like, you didn't call them, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. And it's like, I just need to talk to them more and create more memories while I'm away, because I don't know what could happen while I'm away and I'm not actually there with them. And so I realized that I need to take every Sunday and call them. And I talk to my parents throughout the week, but sometimes we go days without talking sometimes. But for the most part, I at least talk to them 2 times a week. But I don't know, I was just thinking about that, and I was just thinking about, like, it's a lot of stuff that is taken for granted. Because, like, if I was put in that predicament, am I ready to die? Like, that's sad that I'm not ready to die. And in a spiritual aspect, as me calling myself a Christian, I'm not ready to die. I'm not set up to stand in front of God. I don't feel that way. And that's sad, because we could die any moment. And I have not been living and doing the things I needed to do to set myself apart from the world and show that I am a true Christian. I am a true believer in God, because I haven't been doing what I needed to do. I haven't been connecting as much as I needed to connect. And I could say that school does take away. I'm already bad at time management. And I do pray, I pray often. I pray throughout the day. But God also deserves me in his presence with my Bible open. Me taking notes, me trying to understand his word. And when I was doing that, I felt very connected with God. And I felt life was just lighter. Life was lighter on my shoulders. And I just felt like no matter what happened, that I was okay. Because I had that connection with God at the time. And then I realized that I was losing it because of people, because of school. And I let everything, all these outside factors, dig into my relationship with God. And so I was just thinking about that. I was like, I have to do better. I have to make sure my family and friends are doing better. We have to communicate more. We have to talk more, because if I die, or if they die and I haven't talked to them, they haven't talked to me, or we left off on a bad note, like, that's something that's could never be settled. If you left off on a bad note and then someone ends up dying, you can't talk to them. You can't hear them accept your apology. You can't hear them apologize. And so that's always going to, like, eat you up. Like, it's probably always going to be like a hole. So it's just like, I mean, you can find that acceptance within yourself. Say if they did something to you, you can find that forgiveness within yourself. Or you can also find your sorry, your apology, and you could be very sincere and be at peace with the apology you made. But, like, that'd be tragic for me. That'd be terrible.
I see where you're coming from, but I don't know, the way talking to, like, parents or, like, siblings, like, I will more or less try to talk more to my siblings more than I talk to, like, my parents, like my mom, or talk to my grandma. Those are the 4 people that are very important in my life. Or talking to my uncle. I don't know. Life, like you said, be getting in the way sometimes. They don't know what we are going through up here. They not going to understand. But we still have to implement, as young people, like they like to say, to talk to one another and be there for one another. I don't know. When I think about them, I call them. That's mainly how I be going off of. Like, hey, I talked to you today. Talk to them. I talk to my brothers when I can, because I know they got a lot of stuff going on. They got practice or school. My mom, she be at work 25/8. My grandma right now, she's not even with my parents. I mean, with my mom. She's back home in Jamaica. So it's like, it'll be hard for me to connect with her with one way, because that's a whole different country. You know what I'm saying? But every time I think about them, I call them. My other grandma on my dad's side, I try to call her. I try to call my cousins. I try to talk to them. But anytime I think about them, I mean, the phone works. I be feeling like the phone works both ways.
But the fact that we know that, and we're saying it, and we're still not acting on it.
Yeah, but it's just like, I've always been the one to act on talking with other people. I've always, like I said, and it doesn't bother me. Like, I know I'm probably the first one to call people, talk to them, be there for them, and it's not really reciprocated when it comes to, like, well, family, because everyone's busy. Everyone is busy. We all know that. But
everyone always has time.
Yeah. I was going to say that. Everyone always has time to talk to. I know with your grandma, like, you have a certain time where you have to talk to her, because she goes to bed at a certain time after she takes her medication. But when it comes to, like, other family members, like, you can make time to talk to your children, your cousin, your brother, sister. There's always time. There's always time to that. That's how I be thinking. I don't know. It's a work in progress for me. I don't really let it bother me so much, because I know I'm doing a lot, and I know when I'm home, I'm there. I'm physically there, and they know what I'm going through. So it's like, they know there's gonna be days where I just don't talk. There'll be days where I don't talk to my mother at all. I think it's been like a week. Sometimes a week I don't talk to my mom. and we come back, we talk to each other. My grandma, the same thing. My siblings, like, because they're so much younger than me, and they don't really know that much until they get into the same situation with me, and then I have to, like, explain it to them, or, like, tell them to do the things that I wish I could have done when I was in their predicament. So,
the certain connection I have with my family is just like, I was used to seeing them, like, even with my grandma, she's getting older, she's sick. So it's like, I don't know how much time I may have with her. So it's just like, I need to call her more. I need to check in on her more. Because I think about that a lot, actually. I'm like, she's getting sick. Like, I mean, she's not getting sick, but she's sick. And it's just, anything can happen at any time with her. And the fact that I haven't talked to her in 2 weeks or a month, it's like, I can make time for her. So it's just, it's not the fact like we're so busy, blah blah blah, because like we put everything else in our schedule, we can put that in our schedule somehow. And
I think it'd be in the moment type thing.
Yeah, it'd be like, in the moment.
For me, if I don't write it down some way, somehow, it's just, I don't think about it. And then there's so many things that happen in one day. So many turnarounds, so many events or school or classwork or people in general. And sometimes in that moment, it just takes over and you forget to call. And then it's too late to call. Yeah. And so I understand what you're saying. It just be...
Because I be in the moment, I could be at school doing something. I'll be like, oh, you need to call grandma today. Call mom, call dad, call Ari, call sisters, call uncles, call grandma. Everybody. And then you start doing something else.
Yep.
And now you're not thinking about it no more. So it's not like I'm purposely not trying to talk to my family, but it's that what's going on in my head right now is just I need to make sure I make time, because I don't know when any of us could be taken away. I can't take them back. I can't bring them back if they're taken away. So I will regret that for the rest of my life if I haven't talked to one of them in months and weeks and something happened to them. And my last conversation was 6 months ago, a month ago. So
I think it'd be hard for me to, like, especially when we talk about, like, family members and all that. Like, I know my grandma, she calls me every Sunday. And I somehow, I miss the call sometimes, or sometimes I catch the call. I'm either doing homework, or I'm talking to somebody else, or I just completely forget about it. I say I'm going to call her later. And for me, I feel like there be a saying in nursing school, if you didn't write it down, it didn't happen. So it's like, I feel like I need to implement writing down. Call your sister, text your
that's like
brother.
Put on a planner,
like something to, like, say, oh, I just need to do this today, make sure it's at a reasonable time. No, you know their schedule, their sisters you live, or brothers and mom and whatnot, you live with them all your life until you had to leave out of college. So call them at the time you know it's best. So I feel like that's what it'll do for me. I know I be thinking about that sometimes when I don't be calling them, especially my aunties and uncles. I know they be wanting to hear my voice. They be saying it a lot, Amanda, you don't call me. You don't call me. And I just be like, you don't call me. Like, it just be going back and forth, and it's just like, I need to start implementing, oh, I called you. I said hello. I asked you how you was doing and all that. So I think it just takes time. Time management is what it is. I feel like school really takes over a lot, especially trying to be social, trying to get into different organizations. It takes over a lot, mentally, physically, emotionally.
And I'm pretty sure our parents know that, because they don't get on the phone with us and be like, why didn't you call me? Like, they understand. So that's like, it's not crazy. Like, it's nothing like super crazy. Like, oh, they're gonna be mad at us, because they do understand what we're going through.
They're mad.
Yeah, they're not mad, but it's just like,
it's
I don't want to take nothing for granted. Basically, it's not even the fact about how recent I called them. I just don't want to take anything and then regret my life's choice. If that makes sense. But yeah.
For me, I think it's just managing my time. I've never always been very good at time management. I'm getting better, But management time, I realized in nursing school, even before that, my prereqs, my time management was just terrible. I feel like now it's gotten a little bit better. That was one of my things I wanted to do in 2023. It was on my list. And I've actually gotten better at writing things down in my planner, saying what I'm going to do. Sometimes I do forget to write in my planner, but I be, in your mind when you know what you got to do, I just be like, okay, I can rely on my mind, but then.
Oh, this is a lot.
Certain things be happening, like events I be forgetting about, didn't write down, or something going on with school, or somebody needs to go somewhere, and then it just completely leaves my mind, and I'm like, dang, what the heck did I have to do today? And it just be too late. I be saying 11, 12 o'clock, that's my cutoff time for any work. I'm done. But when it comes to like I'm talking about when exam week come around, that's when that all goes out the window, and sleep can really wait until I'm done. What really matters is my grades, passing, and going on to the next level for me. Because you can't even register for classes till you're done with these. So, that tells it all, honestly. It tells it all.
That's really be what it be. That's really be what it be. Does that make sense, what I just said?
Child,
that really be... I don't even know if that makes sense.
It went through my ear, not the other ear. It wasn't even...
I don't even know if that made sense, but whatever.
I don't even recall.
But yeah, y'all. This is just a little right? This is just a little life update. We kind of ventured off into like ranting about other stuff, but I'm sure y'all don't mind. But yeah, we definitely hope y'all have a great week. And if you're in school, don't let it get the best of you. Put your best foot forward and do what you can, and give the rest to the Lord.
To God, y'all. Don't try to take everything onto yourself. At least pray about it. One thing I always say is just to pray about it. Know what your purpose is. Know why you're doing what you're doing.
Exactly.
So you know what path you need to be on to get where you need to be. You know what you got to do.
Just do it.
That's it. Just do it.
Put your work in.
Put your best foot forward.
And put your faith in works. And if you're not working, what's up? I hope this podcast found you well.
Found you well, honey.
Found you well. Hope you enjoyed it. And
y'all have a great week.
Yes. Toodles.
Toodles.